Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 51, our last week of doing these positive, peaceful growth affirmations. We have been following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you can buy at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. If you love essential oils and you love aromatherapy, if you love positive affirmations and you love music therapy, I think you're really going to appreciate this book. It is simple in its format, but profound in the changes it can help us make in our lives. The affirmation for the entire week is everything I think is positive, and I expect miracles often. Now, I love both parts of that affirmation, and I think they kind of go hand in hand. But some of us might be saying to ourselves, everything I think is not positive. That's okay. Just start saying to yourself, everything I think is positive, and then you'll notice when you're not thinking positive things, and you will change. We will change as we think to ourselves, everything I think is positive. We will notice when we're kind of off the mark, and we will morph into thinking more positive things. Then I love the second half. I expect miracles often. I think that for every blessing that we get in our lives is because that we have obeyed some principle beforehand. In fact, there's a scripture that says that. And I love that. We just need to figure out, what do I need to obey to get the miracle that I am looking for? And aren't we so thankful that our God is a God of miracles? He's a God of order. He's a God who keeps his promises. The affirmation for the entire week is, and I'm going to tweak this, but I'll read it to you the way it is in the book. I am proud of the positive flow in my life. I am proud of the positive flow in my life. I almost have a trouble even just saying that. I kind of trip over that because that word proud just doesn't sit well with me when I think about positive flow. I have other words that come to mind. Maybe I'm pleased with the positive flow of my life, or I'm humbled by the positive flow of my life, or I'm blessed by the positive flow of my life. When I say an affirmation, please feel free to tweak it any way you want. I would probably say, I am blessed and humbled by the positive flow of my life. Okay, anyway, tweak that one however you want. Do we all have some positive flow in our lives? Yes. In fact, that might be the thing that we journal about today. What is positively flowing in our life right now? And what has positively flown into our life? We were blessed with parents. We were blessed, hope maybe, with siblings, sisters, and brothers. We were blessed with grandparents, aunts, and uncles. We were blessed, perhaps, with children and the positive things they bring into our lives. Or we were blessed with an abundance of people around us that we can bless and that bless our lives too. We've been blessed with churches, with other institutes, with schools, with the internet, with books, with this incredible library of learning from almost every age. We have such a positive flow. We've been blessed with libraries and the sun and the moon and the stars and trees and flowers and fruits and veggies, and the list goes on and on. As we're going into the season of Thanksgiving, it's beautiful for us to take the time, maybe today, maybe this weekend, whenever it's good for you, to think about the positive flow in our lives. Now, as we're thinking about that, all those blessings that positively flow in our lives, I think it's also a great day just to take some time and maybe just do some prayers of gratitude. Like every day, every prayer, usually a lot of people have a pattern for their prayer. You know, they start at Dear Heavenly Father or in some way to address God, right? And then they might thank him for blessings, and then ask him for what we need, and then close in the name of Jesus Christ. And that's kind of like the pattern of prayer I have. But sometimes, and we've been instructed to do this by our prophet, sometimes it's good just to have a day of not asking, of just saying thank you for these blessings. As a parent, I know I like to get thanked for the blessings, the things that I do for my family, and I know that God loves getting thanked for the things that he does too, the work that he does in our lives as well. Anyway, the song for the entire week has to be one of my all-time favorite songs. It's Pachelbel's Canon in D. I was thankful that I had a piano teacher when I was a teen that chose me to be one of the 4 people who played this quartet on the piano, and it has made it one of my favorite songs forever. Anyway, I don't know if you've been following us the last few days, as Monday through Friday we are talking a little bit about this song, but I am putting some of my favorite versions of this song. We started with the very first recording ever, went to the French recording, which is a lot slower. Then we've gone to the recording by George Winston, a very up-to-date and modern recording, but still super relaxing at first. Gets a little bit more high energy at the end. And we're going to be going into, there's no way in the world I could put in all of my favorite versions of Pachelbel's Canon in D. If you have your favorite version, please post them to the comments. We would love to know. Okay, the diffuser blend that we've been diffusing the whole entire week is 2 drops of ginger, which is the oil of empowerment, and then 2 drops of bergamot, which is the oil of self-love, self-acceptance, and then 2 drops of black pepper, which is the oil that helps us live authentically, present ourselves authentically, even being vulnerable in how we are presenting ourselves to the world. So it's a beautiful, beautiful, with that ginger and that bergamot and that black pepper, a beautiful oil to be diffusing in autumn. Now, today and tomorrow, because there's only 3 oils in the blend, it's like bonus time where we introduce another essential oil to you that's not in this book, at least not in the edition that I have. So the oil that we're going to be talking about today, both the emotional and the physical benefits of this oil, is rose essential oil. I think we have saved this essential oil for the last week of what we're doing right now, these positive, peaceful affirmations. And I love that right now in October 2020, doTERRA has rose. I can't remember whether it's 10% or 15% off. Check it out in the comments. I will have a link, so you can add it to what you're buying for the diffuser blend. Now, when I put a link on, go ahead and click the link. You can shop as much as you want. You can take things off. You can put things on. So please click the link, shop all you want. Now, if there's someone else that introduced you to essential oils, then please be loyal to them and buy your essential oils through them and help them set you up with your own account to buy essential oils. But if you don't have anyone yet that is your favorite essential oil friend, I would sure love to be that. So today, again, we're going into the beautiful, beautiful benefits of rose essential oil. Now, I did mention that doTERRA has rose for 10 to 15% off. I'm not sure the percentage off today, actually. I'll put it in the comments, but it's the rose touch. Now, we're gonna go in just a minute on why rose is such an expensive oil. It's good for so many things. But, well, and we're going to go into why it's such an expensive oil. This is about, you're going to have to click the link. I'm not super great at remembering prices. I'm thinking around like $75, something like that. This is the Rose Touch. It is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You're going to love it. If you love roses, you're going to love it. Now, you can also buy just 100%. And the Rose Touch is already pre-diluted for you, so it's just easy to rub on if you have a headache, if you have a stomach ache. It's easy to use that way if you're trying to calm some anxious feelings down. Now, you can also get the completely undiluted Rose Absolute from doTERRA. Now, this is like $275, I think. Don't quote me on that price again. I'll put it in the comments for you. I'll put both of these onto the link. Decide which one you want. I would highly suggest buying both, but go ahead. Decide which one you want to buy. This is beautiful if you want to make like your own recipes up. You're going to go ahead, you're going to want to get the rose oil, or if you're going to want to use it in the diffuser, because you're not going to, this is like rollerball format, so made for topical use. But if you want to put it in your diffuser, if you want to make up your own recipes, this is the one that I would definitely recommend. It's a 5 ml Rose Absolute from doTERRA. Like I said, I think it's like $275. So worth the cost. Save up your points, save up your money, grab it if you need to. Anyway, so here's a little bit about the rose essential oil. Rose was native to the Orient and was introduced into Europe by means of the Crusades. To preserve the aroma, they steeped the petals in olive oil. It takes 12,000 blossoms of roses to make this 5 ml bottle of oil, of essential oil. Well, Rose Absolute. And so you can see why rose, pure rose, like real rose, is very, very expensive. Whether it's completely undiluted or whether it's already diluted in like fractionated coconut oil, so it's like super easy to use. Either way, real rose oil is gonna be expensive. And I'm just gonna say, why would you want the fake stuff? Because you're using rose oil, whether you're using it emotionally, whether you're using it physically, you are using it for a good purpose, and you want to make sure you have the real stuff, so what you're using it for actually happens. Okay. Oh, I do have the price here. So this Absolute is $275. And the pre-diluted, super easy to use rose is $70.50 on that. So rose essential oil has a long and layered history, as rich as the fragrance. The aromas believed it could prevent drunkenness. I am not going to say it's going to do that. But you know what? The Romans believed that roses could prevent drunkenness, so they would scatter rose petals at banquets. If you've ever seen rose petals scattered, like on tables at weddings or on the floor, it probably came from the practice of the Romans. In the Middle Ages, roses were used as an ingredient in various healing balms used for respiratory issues. Bulgaria and Turkey are the top producers of rose essential oil, which usually comes from the damask rose. Rose is not wine that you would want to ingest. Now, you can definitely ingest a lot of doTERRA's essential oils, and just to let you know, if you can ingest it, it will say on the bottle for internal use. Or it will have like, it will have like the supplement facts, just like the nutritional facts that you see on the side of your cereal box. So if you have those two things on your bottle of essential oil, you know, and it's a doTERRA bottle of essential oil, you know that you can safely use it internally. But this rose essential oil is not one that you're going to want to use internally. So it's a little bit of an unusual oil. You do not use it internally. Other than that, use it aromatically, use it topically. Using it aromatically and topically, there's no wrong way to use rose essential oil. So, you know how essential oils have a lot of different like chemical components in it, like naturally occurring components in it. Well, rose has a lot of them too. And I just want to go through some of these for you or with you. The first one is citronal, which is an effective mosquito repellent, also found in citronella. The next one is citral, which has strong antimicrobial activity that is necessary for vitamin A synthesis, which is also found in myrtle, lemon myrtle, and lemongrass. The next one is carvinol. C-A-R-V-O-N-E, carvone, probably carvone, which is an effective digestive aid that's also found in caraway and dill. And you know how amazing both of those are. The next one is citronellul acetate, which is responsible for the pleasant flavor and the aroma of roses, which is why it's in so many skin and beauty products. The next one is eugenol, which is a powerhouse oil behind clove, which is one of the a powerhouse component that is also in clove, which is why clove is one of the richest antioxidants in the world. The next component is farnesol, which is a natural pesticide. It's also found in orange blossom, jasmine, and ylang-ylang essential oils. The next one is methyl eugenol, which is a local antiseptic and anesthetic, also found in cinnamon and lemon balm. Next one is nerol, which is a sweet-smelling and aromatic antibacterial compound, also found in lemongrass essential oil and hops essential oil. The next one is phenylacetamide. I will spell that one for you. Phenyl, and then ACETALDEHYDE. Phenylastaldehyde. Phenylastaldehyde. There we go. Another sweet-smelling and aromatic compound, also found in chocolate. And then you have phenylgeraniol, which is a natural form of geraniol, which is commonly used in perfumes and fruit flavorings. So those are all like some of the chemical, well, not all, but some of the chemical compounds that science has been able to deduce that is in rose essential oil. I love how science is saying these are just not oils that smell good. These actually have chemical components, naturally occurring chemical components in the oils that have beautiful actions both physically and emotionally. So physically, and this is kind of like a wow, I didn't know that. So physically, rose essential oil is one of the most antiseptic of oils. So can you clean with it? Yes. Can you diffuse it and how that help clean the air? Yes, you can. What does antiseptic mean? It means it helps kill germs. Okay, rose essential oil is a beautiful oil for all skin types, whether you have mature skin, aging skin. It's great for wrinkles. It's great to help soften up or reduce the appearance of scars. Definitely, you're going to put a drop into like a tablespoon of coconut oil, rub that in 3 times a day. It's beautiful to use to help you have a more clear complexion. So for that, you can try mixing a drop with your cleanser or your moisturizer and putting that on. Or you can just put the pure rose essential oil on 3 times a day. Like if I was using it for if I was using it for my complexion, trying to have a more clear complexion, I would probably put either some of the Rose Absolute into my cleanser, my moisturizer, or I would probably just take the already super easy to use pre-diluted rose essential oil and then just put that onto wherever I might have a blemish. And then see how that works. The beautiful things about natural things is our bodies are different. And so what works on me may not work on you. What works great for you may not work for me. But I love that God has given us so many natural things on this earth to help us. Oh my gracious, this smells so amazing. Anyway, to help us achieve what we want to achieve, both physically and emotionally in life. So, rose essential oil is beautiful for those times of the seasonal changes where you might get sneezing, coughing, itchy eyes, runny nose, right? Like something in the atmosphere is bothering you. And so it's great to help calm that system down. It's also beautiful, again, for respiratory issues. You can diffuse it. You can put a couple drops into some Epsom salts or some milk and put that into your bath to help it kind of diffuse through the water better. Rose. And I don't think this will be a new concept to anyone. Rose is beautiful for friendships. It's a beautiful scent to help kind of spark the romance in your life. Rose is great for facial redness to calm down. Flowers are known for their calming abilities. Think lavender. So it's beautiful to help calm any redness down that you might have on your face or other places. Rose is a beautiful oil for brain support. It's beautiful for aging brains to help. It's supportive of memory, and it's supportive of just helping to keep our minds healthy. For that, you can go ahead and diffuse it. You can put a couple of drops into like 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, rub that on, or like just use this. It's beautiful, beautiful for memory and cognitive support. Rose is immune boosting. So if I had the pre-diluted one, I could put that on the bottoms of my feet. I hate to put it on the bottoms of my feet because I want to smell it and you wouldn't smell it as much. So, but you could put it in the bottoms of your feet. You can also just put it in your diffuser. Like if you're using the undiluted one, definitely just put it in your diffuser and let that help bring this beautiful boost to your immune system. And while that's happening, it's going to create this beautiful, beautiful calm in your space. Rose essential oil is great for sleep. So you can definitely take the diluted one, rub it on the bottoms of your feet, rub it on your heart area before you go to sleep, rub it on your head, help you sleep better, or take the undiluted one, put it into your diffuser, start diffusing that. Beautiful, beautiful to help you get a better night's sleep and help with the romance as well. Rose is beautiful for circulation. So you can put a few drops, like 2 to 3, into 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, olive oil, whatever carrier oil you like, and then just massage that into whatever part of your body you want to get a little bit more circulation to. Rose essential oil is beautiful to help with constipation, right? It's beautiful to help with our digestion. So if I was using it for that, I would take my pre-diluted, super easy to use, rose essential oil, just rub that around my belly button, kind of wherever I'm feeling the achy, stomach achy stuff. Or if you wanted to, you could take the undiluted one and then just put that in some Epsom salts, put that in some water, put that into your bath, and see how that doesn't help relax and move your system. Rose essential oil is great for headaches and head tension. So, a couple ways to use it. You can diffuse it. You can put just this rose, pre-diluted rose, straight onto wherever your head is hurting. Maybe you're feeling the tension in the back of your neck, on your shoulders. Oh my gracious. See how that doesn't help. You're going to smell amazing. Amazing. It smells amazing. Oh, and then another way to use it for headaches is you can take this undiluted rose and put it, get it like a wet washcloth. Whether you can use a cold water, you can use warm water, whatever seems to help you most. I'm a person that warmth seems like when I am sick, when I'm not feeling good, I want warmth. Some people are opposite though. They love the coolness, and that helps them to feel better. So get a hot compress, get a cold compress, whatever you like. Put a couple drops, I would say no more than 2, of rose essential oil, just because you don't need more. It's very potent. And then just put that onto your forehead. Turn on some relaxing music. Turn on a relaxing book. Or just sit there and think beautiful thoughts and see how that doesn't help the headache. Rose essential oil, because it's so relaxing to so many systems, is great for when people get into poison oak, poison ivy. For that, you can put just a couple drops of rose essential oil into some coconut oil, or better yet, what I would probably do is I would put it into like a spray bottle, and just a couple of drops with some water or with some oil in a spray bottle, and spray that on to wherever you have that, wherever you've gotten into poison ivy or poison oak. Rose is beautiful for emotions. So I know, I'm having 9 children, I definitely know that hormones can go every which way after you've had a baby, and oftentimes when we've just had babies, they are waking up like every 2 hours to nurse or to eat if you're bottle feeding them, whatever, and so you're not getting very much sleep, which can contribute, and then you might feel overwhelmed too, just with the responsibilities of being responsible for a new life, as much as we love children. And so all of that can combine to a very perfect storm to be very hard on a mom's emotions. And so rose essential oil can be helpful in just calming us down, and let us know everything's gonna be okay. Like, again, I mentioned that it's great for sleep. It's great for anxious feelings, calming us down. And we'll be talking about a little bit more about that in just a minute when we get to more of the feelings part of it. But it can be great. So if you're feeling, if you've had a baby and you're feeling like life is dark and hard, if you're feeling profoundly sad, first of all, please reach out. It's super common to feel that way after you've had a baby. So please reach out to your spouse, reach out to family, reach out to a professional. Let them know what's going on. No one's going to think less of you. Everyone's going to think more of you when you reach out for the help that you need. But rose, will I say that's going to absolutely solve all your problems? No, I don't think that any essential oil is the magic wand, but it's one more tool that we can have in our belts, in our toolkits, that can help with different issues. Finally, when we're talking about using rose physically, I can't leave this area without mentioning that it makes a beautiful, beautiful perfume. Essential oils make beautiful perfumes, and you're not dealing with all those toxins that those synthetic fragrances can wreck in our body. do your own due diligence. Look at all of the different things that people have put in perfumes and the negative effects they can have on our body. I love using essential oils because I know they have a positive effect. They have positive benefits on my body. Okay, emotionally, how do we use rose emotionally? Well, rose, like every flower oil, is very, very soothing, and it can improve almost any emotional state. It's one of the best essential oils to use in times of crisis. I would say Melissa is another one, a beautiful, beautiful oil to have in times of crisis. Have and use in times of crisis. Rose, it can help disperse fear and negativity. It can help with anxious feelings. It can help with grief, whether that's just a little bit of grief or whether that's profound grief. It can help with low self-esteem. Beautiful oil to pair rose with bergamot essential oil as you're working to raise your self-esteem. And of course, if you're working to raise your self-esteem, like, do something that makes you feel proud of yourself every day. Rose is great for helping to bring in peace and comfort during times of substantial transitions like births or deaths. Rose is beautiful to use for a number of emotions. So let me just say, you can put like 4 drops of rose into like a 10 ml roller bottle, and you can play around with the amount. I mean, what works for me, might not work at all for you. So play around with that amount, but you can put it on your reflexology points for different emotions. And I'll tell you what emotions to use it, and then what reflexology point to look up for this. And you can just put it straight onto that organ as well. So, and this all comes from Chinese medicine. Chinese medicine thinks that certain emotions are stored in certain organs, and when certain organs get out of whack, it can also cause some of these emotions. So it's beautiful to put onto your liver, or your reflexology point for your liver, to help you move from anger, frustration, irritability, jealousy, and envy to compassion. It's great to put on your heart area to help you move from impatience, anxiety, hate, or even cruelty to joy and kindness. It's great to use on your lung area to move you from impatience, anxiety, your lung area to move you from sorrow, grief, depression to integrity. It's great to use on your kidney area to move you from fear, insecurity, loneliness to having greater wisdom. It's great to use on your spleen area to help move us from worry, being overworked, overthinking things, mistrusting, to move us to where we're feeling and having an easier time with trust. Rose can help us process and let go of anger, profoundly hard feelings, grief, jealousy, and resentments. You can also diffuse that too. Just pop it in your diffuser. Your body knows how to use natural things. Many aromatherapists think that the best flowers to help us release feelings of profound sadness are the summer flowers, like lavender, geranium, neroli, ylang-ylang, and rose. They invoke warm, sunny days and have happy associations. Rose is a great oil to use when you're feeling trapped by your responsibilities or trapped by your past. If you're feeling trapped by your past, obviously you probably might want to look at it, see if you have anything that you need to repent of, see if you have anything that you need to make amends of, but then let it go and move forward. And a rose can help with that. Help us when we start getting anxious about our past or about our responsibilities. It can calm that anxiousness down. So rose blends beautifully with so many different oils. You can blend 3 drops of lavender, 1 drop Melissa, and 2 drops rose to help work through times of profound sadness. For PMS, you can use 2 drops clary sage, 3 drops geranium, and 1 drop of rose. You can put that into a carrier oil and then put that on. Or you can diffuse it. For a beautiful massage blend, you can take 5 drops of rose, 3 drops of ylang ylang, 2 drops of bergamot, and 1 drop of sandalwood. Put that all. I'd probably do that with the amount of oil. I would probably do that into like 4 tablespoons of your like fractionated coconut oil, whatever carrier oil you like, and use that as a beautiful massage blend. You can also put that into a salve, like a beeswax salve. And then just for a beautiful, calming, yet uplifting diffuser blend, you can blend 3 drops of rose, 3 drops of wild orange, and 3 drops of lavender. You know what? I don't know that there's a wrong way to put together a blend that contains rose. If you have favorite blends with rose, or if you've used rose and you're like, this was amazing for this, go ahead, put it in our comments. We can't wait to hear from you. Okay, so and hold on. I dropped my book. Okay, so the negative emotions that rose essential oil can help with is feeling bereft of divine love, having constricted feelings, feeling closed-hearted or broken-hearted, having a lack of compassion, and just feeling wounded. And the positive properties that rose can help bring in is having an easier time feeling loved, having an easier time feeling compassionate, being able to help heal some of the past hurts, feeling more tender-hearted, feeling more accepted, being able to accept others with greater ease, feeling accepted with all of our peculiarities, and being able to accept other people who are different from us with all their beautiful peculiarities, their strengths and their weaknesses too. We do not. If there was like one point I could get across besides that, if there was just one point that I could get across, I would say there is a God. He loves us. He knows us and he loves us and he's working in our life. But other than that, if there was one other point that I could get across, I would say that we don't need to be perfect to be loved. I don't need to be perfect to be loved, and you don't need to be perfect to be loved either. Okay, it can help us with greater empathy, and it can help us in seeing and opening our eyes to the divine love that really is raining down on us every day of our lives. Help us open our eyes to see that. Help us open our hearts to feel that. Rose, it's a beautiful, beautiful oil. Okay, so definitely I think you're going to want to get rose. If you don't have it yet, think about adding it to your aromatherapy kits and your collections. The diffuser blend for the entire week is 2 drops of ginger, the oil of empowerment, 2 drops of bergamot, the oil of self-love and self-acceptance, and then 2 drops of black pepper, the oil of authenticity. And the song for the entire week is Pachelbel's Canon in D. I'm going to put another one of my favorite versions of that into the comments. And the affirmation for the entire day is I'll say it and then I'll say it. I'll say it the way I have the book and then I'll say it the way I would say it. I am proud of the positive flow in my life, and I would tweak that to I am blessed and humbled by the positive flow in my life. And then the affirmation for the entire week is everything I think is positive, and I expect miracles often. Now, again, is everything that we're going to think be positive? No. But when we tell ourselves everything I think is positive, we're going to start seeing the negative things that we think, and we're going to start changing to positivity. And I do know that miracles happen in our lives often as we have hearts to feel and eyes to see. Okay, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Way, reminding us all that we have this incredible ability within us, with God, to make every day a great day. Bye-bye.